Well, hello there. Fancy seeing you here. Come here often, do you, darling? No? Me either. In all seriousness, guys, sorry I haven't uploaded for a while. I'm sure if you've watched my update video, you will know why. And you'll also know why I haven't posted one of these until now. Unfortunately, I am a scrub, and I have not posted any of my pre-TBU match team analyses / pep talks / thingamabobamajigger. I'm very sorry about that. Like I say, if you've watched the update video, you might understand why I haven't done it for my weeks. Jack, the Dom Fanatic, he did do it for his weeks, taking over as the coach of the Somerset Scizorsome, but now we are back, and we are going to be turning over a new leaf. We're going to be a better coach, a better battler, and a better YouTuber, hopefully, anyway. And we're going to be doing our pre-match analysis. So that is what this is today, and today we are doing analysis for the battle against Richie, aka Babeleye, aka the coach of Livwurmple FC. I love that name, by the way. I think it's fucking glorious. Really a fan. And the fact that his mascot is Wurmple, I mean, come on now. It's funny, because Wurmple has a little prick too. Ha ha ha! Badum! Sorry, Richie. Love you, bro. So, yes, without further ado, let us get on with the analysis. Now, I'm basing my picks for Richie's team on not what I'm bringing, because he can't know that, but things I'm likely to bring, and the best stuff and the most general stuff for him to prepare for, and also, yeah, just to give him the broadest spectrum of ways to hit the broadest spectrum of my team anyway, for the most part. Now, I feel that his physically defensive wall is going to be Skarmory, leftover, sturdy, because that is how you do physically defensive Skarmory, obviously. I think he's going to have Stealth Rock because we have an obvious and very prominent rock weakness, and it'll be pretty damn handy for him to be able to ensure some Okos or break any potential sashes. Defog, because rocks are not too much of a problem for him, but he doesn't want Kyurem taking 25%. He does not want Golbat taking 25%. There are a couple of other Mon that would worry about it as well, but these are the main two, and they're almost definitely coming. So I think Defog is going to be a thing. He's going to have Roost because he needs to keep his health up nice and high to keep defogging those things away and to keep putting up his own Stealth Rocks, because they're both going to be imperative to his victory, I think. And Brave Bird because it Okos Roserade, and this thing will outspeed Roserade, even uninvested, if it is in Tailwind, which I believe it will be. Spoiler alert. So now on to Kyurem. Kyurem, I believe, is going to be Choice Scuffed because he doesn't have much to hit Landorus, and you do not want to let Landorus start building up momentum against your team. So even if he does have to sack him on to get this thing safely, if he can get it in safely, Choice Scuffed Ice Beam, Oko, straight up. It's not very likely we're going to be sashed, is it really? Even if we are, I'm sure that he'll be able to get rocks up before he brings this thing in anyway. He's a very clever player. Yeah, basically, Scarfed Landorus? Scarfed Kyurem is the only way for him to go, I feel, in this battle. I think it's going to be mixed, because he doesn't have a lot of special presence on his team. So I feel that he's going to want to be able to hit especially. I think he's going to go especially with the ice and ground types, because with our potential defensive Mon, the best way to go would be to hit them on the special side, like Zapdos and Torkoal, for instance. He'll have a bit of a problem with Registeel. Vaporeon can be hit pretty hard with Stone Edge or Dragon Claw. So yeah, he'll take care of most of our Wall Core, potential Wall Cores quite nicely with this set, and some of our offensive Mon too, like Landorus, for instance. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, and the reason I've given it 80 special attack is I believe that ensures an Oko on something. I can't remember what now. I'm sorry, I'm a scrub. So, Mega Mawile. I do believe this Mega Mawile is going to be a sub-Swords Dance set because under the right conditions, and I'm sure he can engineer these conditions quite easily, he will be able to set up a sub on a lot of things and Swords Dance. Especially if he's in Tailwind, he can get the sub up first. Against one of our defensive Mon, they can't do much damage to him because it's got a great defensive typing. He sets up a Swords Dance, starts firing off Sucker Punches. We're in the danger zone. Seriously. The reason he has 120 speed is because that allows him to outspeed every Mon on our team, if they're not Scarfed, under Tailwind. And getting a play rough off on anything that doesn't resist it, especially at +2 under Tailwind, it'd be a very hard condition to make happen, but if he's in that position, if he manages to U-turn into Mawile, get a Swords Dance up, go for a Play Rough, he'll finish anything off with a Play Rough Sucker Punch, and it's just super scary times, basically. I think, yeah, I really hope he doesn't bring this, but I think this would be his best set. I believe he's going to bring Rhyperior, and the Rhyperior I think he's going to bring is an Assault Vest bulky physical attacker, and the reason for that is he already has a defensive core, if I'm right. I feel he could really use a really strong physical presence that isn't, mixed. or isn't limited by 2 moves. You know, having a 2-move syndrome with its setup moves there as well. Earthquake and Stone Edge, obviously we have a prominent Edgequake weakness, so it would be really beneficial for him to bring those. Ice Punch and Thunder Punch are to take out things like Landorus and Vaporeon and Zapdos. And speaking of Zapdos, it has 12 speed EVs because, once again, guys, in Tailwind, this guy right here with 12 speed EVs can outspeed an uninvested Zapdos, and most Zapdos won't be invested in speed. So, that is a thing. With that in mind, I should really give my Zapdos some speed EVs, but I probably won't. Actually, I might do. That would be fun, wouldn't it? But what would I even do? I would hard switch out anyway. We'll see. I might change that up a bit, maybe. But yeah, that is my... Oh yeah, with a 244 HP, 12 speed, and 252 attack, because bulky physical attacker. Golbat is going to be especially defensive. Golbat's coming. Golbat's coming, guys. Make no mistakes. Golbat is coming. He is going to have Brave Bird to Oko, the Rose Raid, which he'll be able to do with ease if the Tailwind is up. He's also going to have Tailwind, because I believe that's going to be imperative to his victory. He might even have that on Skarmory as well, in place of something else. I really believe he's going to be carrying Tailwind. Why not on both? But I'm not going to make that prediction. He's going to have U-turn to get the fudge out of there when I switch in a counter to this thing. And Roost, because he's going to need to keep his Tailwinders around for as long as possible. 248 HP, 8 attack, and 252 speed def. Fairly Golbat.jpg, honestly. Florges! Gorgeous Florges, I believe, is going to be standard Cleric with Moonblast and Toxic. The reason for that is because I couldn't think. I thought he might carry a Hidden Power or Psyshock. Psyshock would be very situational though, and I thought he might carry a Hidden Power, but I didn't want to predict that. Alright, so I'm expecting, especially after a couple of his battles where he hasn't brought a Wish Protect, Florges is bitten him in the ass. So I think he's going to be standard Wish Protect, Moonblast, Toxic. Full bulk, I think that's how he's going to go. He's going to need, I think, to try and bulk us out, to be able to take the hits and set himself up for a victory with some of the things that we have like Landorus. If he wants to play it safe, which I think he might do, because he's had a couple of defeats. I think he's going to be playing it a little bit safer this time. And I think he's going to try and utilise Tailwind to actually make Florges outspeed, possibly, and a speedy wish is a handy wish. So yeah, that is what I think Richie's team is going to be. I'm really excited to see how my predictions fare. My prediction game has been moderate, I think, for my 2 battles that I've had in the TVU so far. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how accurate we are, because this is the first time I've done it on video. Well, the first time a video I'll be posting anyway. I did actually do one for week 4, but it was so bad. I'm just so off my game with the recording lately, because, you know, all the stuff that's been going on. I'm not on top form. Yeah, so now, onto our team. Did I not name this? I'm sure I named this team. Well, how rude of me. Versus Richie. Okay. So we are going to be bringing Vaporeon with leftovers Water Absorb, standard specially defensive Vaporeon. Really, I have given it 80 special attack because 80 special attack ensures an Oko. No, it doesn't. It ensures 25% damage to a fully invested Spadef Golbat. And the reason I want to do that is because I think, especially with Rocks damage, we can really threaten out the Golbat much sooner and stop it from getting up to shenanigans, or at least wear it down quicker if we get into the situation where we have to Wish, Ice Beam, etc. Rinse, repeat. Scald because Scald, Heal Bell because I don't anticipate a lot of status from him, but I don't want it if he's going to use it. And Wish because Wish, really, it doesn't really need explained. Zapdos, my homeboy, physically defensive Zapdos, I think will do really well against his team. It resists a lot of his common offensive types. Defog because we do not want rocks, we're not about that life. Heat Wave because he has moderate fire weakness. At the very least, I think it would be good to catch certain Mon off guard. He might not expect it from a fully defensive Zapdos. And Volt Switch because we need to get the fudge out of there sometimes. Standard 252-2524 situation. Hydreigon! Now! Haha! Oh, Hydreigon. Hydreigon is going to be my little secret. My secret weapon. Excuse me, I need to cough. It's dry up in this room. Damn hay fever's stuck in my throat. Wah! 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 Should have bought a drink. Rookie mistake. So, yes, it's going to be a Hydreigon with Life Orb. Now, Life Orb might not seem like the best choice considering the set, but the extra power, I believe, guarantees an Oko. I believe the extra Life Orb power at least puts us in range of a couple of Okos that we wouldn't otherwise have. Not only that, but I just want the raw power, honestly, and the extra chip damage on U-turn is always nice. Plus, this thing is mainly here to set up a Tailwind and to scare out Mon. Because if this thing gets up a Tailwind, basically all of our Mon outspeed all of his Mon if he's not in Tailwind. Except for Registeel. I think that's the case if I remember correctly. And plus, with me predicting him to go for Tailwind, to be utilising Tailwind as quite an integral part of his strategy, I do feel that our own Tailwind could be really advantageous. Flamethrower for the Steel types, and just general coverage. U-turn to get the fudge out of there after setting up Tailwind, and Draco Meteor because it can do some serious damage. I believe it can Oko Kyurem, and in Tailwind we will outspeed Kyurem. I believe we will even outspeed Scarfed Kyurem. So that is fun fudging times. 252, 252 with the 4 in Spadef, even though it's a minus nature. Actually, I'm going to put the 4 in Def. I'm going to put the 4 in defense. We've got a minus Spadef nature because Richie has a much less prominent special attacking presence on his team, especially the team I foresee. So yeah, I'd rather lose some Spadef than Def, honestly. Rose Raid time now. Here we go. Standard 252, 252. We're going to have 0 attack though. I don't know why I haven't done that for all of them. And we're gonna put a little bit in Spadef here. Modest, because especially in Tailwind it will outspeed everything anyway. Most of the things it needs to outspeed, it will outspeed Timid. It will outspeed Modest. A couple of exceptions, but not enough to make it Timid. Being Timid won't make much of a difference against the Mon that I'm fearful of. Anyway, so this Rose Raid I'm quite proud of. We have Wide Lens, because I feel that I can get Rose Raid in on quite a few things and force him to switch out. Especially with our ability to U-turn with our Dragon and Tailwind and stuff and things. I think things will try and switch on this quite a lot, potentially, in a variety of situations. So the Wide Lens Sleep Powder, I think, could be integral on gaining some momentum and shutting down threats. And he doesn't have much thick Sleep Powder, so happy days for me. Sludge Bomb, because he has some prominent poison weaknesses, and plus it does some serious damage to a lot of Mon. Anyway, Giga Drain because Stab Recovery, and Hidden Power Rock, for the Ice types and the Golbat, because I think those are things that are going to be coming in a lot. I think Kyurem is not going to appreciate Hidden Power Rock. I think Golbat is not going to appreciate Hidden Power Rock. I think if Entei comes along, I know I haven't predicted it, but if it does come along, it's not going to appreciate a Hidden Power Rock. I think many of his Mon are not going to appreciate Hidden Power Rock, and a lot of them will be ones that Rose Raid will come up against. So that is my set for Rose Raid. Landorus is basically standard Rock Polish Landorus. Yeah. Except we have Hidden Power Fire, because I think some of the things that he switches in could be weak to fire. I just think it's a good coverage move to have, along with Earth Power and Sludge Wave, because this is how we do it. That's a nice, thorough explanation, right? Registeel with Ockerberry. I am stealing an idea from Shroomy, from Shroom Railer. He did this in the Pokemon Premier League. This is mainly for if he brings Entei. Again, I'm preparing for a Mon that I'm not expecting, but just in case he brings Entei, I want to be prepared for it. Nothing else really is, except for Landorus. But if it's Scarfed, of course, we've got a problem. Yes. We have a serious issue with Entei if it comes. So, Ockerberry means we can take Sacred Fire quite nicely. Counter will decimate. Even without the defense investment, we will take, with an Ockerberry, we'll take a Sacred Fire nicely. Maximum is like 52% or something. We'll counter, we'll destroy it. Stealth Rock, because that could be really important for us this game, depending on what he brings. Iron Head for stab, and also to take out Florges if he, for some reason, ends up with that in. Earthquake, well, let's face it, guys. A lot of things aren't going to appreciate an Earthquake. If we can take the Entei by surprise on the Switch, we can get an Earthquake off on it, always nice. Let's see, what else has he got here on his team? I've forgotten already. Yeah, Earthquake. So, Ironhead for the Rhyperior. Earthquake will hit the Mortile nicely. It will also hit Kyurem quite nicely, but so will Ironhead. Walled by Skarmory, not the end of the world. And yeah, Rhyperior won't really appreciate our hits either. Yeah, so I feel like it's a good set for this Registeel. If you guys disagree, let me know in the comments section. This is the best I could do with this team when preparing for Richie and what I expect him to bring. Let me know if you agree with my picks for him and my picks for myself. And tell me what you would have done differently. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you are hyped to see the battle. Leave a like if you think we'll win. Leave a dislike if you didn't enjoy this video. Leave a dislike if you hate the awesome Sizzles. Leave a dislike if you think we will lose. Yeah, but leave a comment and let me know why you left one of those ratings. Yeah, so that's basically it for this. I believe in the Sizzles. I believe that we can make that comeback. Our first, as in with me at the head of the team, our first victory in the TBU is going to happen this week. Today, guys. I believe that this team is sound. I believe We are prepared for a lot of potential teams that he might bring, and I believe that our matchup will at least be moderate, and we will be able to make some serious dents in his team early on if we play our cards right, if we have our battling boots on. I believe in the Scizors, I believe in the team we're crafting, and I believe we can make this comeback.